Welcome back, everybody. April the 7th, Bears Rod Shop. Been on this Bosch pump here, now going on since the 3rd. When I first put it in acid, it was froze, and so this is probably the last part of it. Today we got it all back together, got it honed, got it cleaned. I was going to show how I went down into where the O-ring seals were. I should have. Somebody asked a comment how I did it. I will do a whole video on that. I used the Channel Lock really good snap ring pliers, and I turned the two little angled cutters that I ground to get down in that small, a little bit smaller than a ½ inch diameter, because the taper on the Channel Lock snap ring pliers gets pretty healthy. I am going to either make some or look up to find longer, thinner jaws that go down in smaller areas, and sure come up with something. Got the mill over there. We could do my own special, jaws to catch those snap rings. But anyhow, I took and used my kit that I had, and took two of them that had 90 degrees on there, ground me a nice little chamfer to fit into that groove the size of that O-ring, and managed to clean out the debris and rust. It wasn't serious, but I could not get in there with a pick. That being said, just went and got some diesel. No, I haven't tried it yet. I wanted to do this live on this video, even though I'm going to stop and edit it. But let's see if all this work for the last 4 or 5 days has paid off. We're going to test it first. Diesel. Let's put some diesel in here. And if she pours out the bottom, I guess we stop the video. Got some catch pans. Let's get up here a little closer. That's a good sign. Nothing dripping in the 5-gallon bucket. Alright, let's put the lid on her. I got a Bosch known bad injector out of the toolbox over here for the Mercedes. It's got to be rebuilt, but it'll still get up to probably around 1500 psi. Let's see, and we got her bolted here to the Delta old table. Also put a big huge faceplate on this. Nice way to hold this down. And there was no way I could get it over there to its original place. We had it bolted since we moved tables. Didn't want any debris. I'm very pleased right now. Fuel would be pouring out this if I didn't get those O-rings back in there right. The gauge, I noticed, has stuck at around 1500 psi. I may end up having to replace this gauge. Don't know what happened. There is a safety wire and stuff to take apart. I don't have the knowledge or manual. I don't want to damage that expensive gauge, or I'm just going to have to end up saying that's 0 at 1500. All right, we got her clamped down good. Let's see if we can't find out if we got a leak. So the gauge is not working. Piston's working. Got a leak. Son of a gun. All right. Well, back to the workbench. Doggone it. Was sure hoping that under this live video this thing would have popped off, but we had a brass. There's a brass seal seat in there, and I didn't have one exactly to fit. Now I'm going to have to order some more, and none of my suppliers had the right millimeter diameter, the exact same one that come out. So disappointment. But we're going to put it on YouTube anyhow. We all have problems. And now we go into day 6. Come back and visit. And may all of our subscribers have a wonderful year. All our viewers enjoy our videos. and if it's all helps. But anyhow, the Bosch tester, we always wanted to make it safe, but I was sure hoping this thing, we'll spin it, but she's going to pump. Oh, she's leaking like a sieve. But not coming out the bottom. That's a good side. This thing is real temperamental putting back together. End up going down in there and honing that with that 21 millimeter with, started out with 120 grit, 100 grit. Then I took lapping compound and I got it to where that cylinder, I actually thought it was going to leak. But apparently the good O-rings I put in there from air conditioning O-rings held better than I thought, and they're not going to stand up to brake fluid. So I've got to order a whole new set of O-rings, tear her back down, since I've got to take the top off. But we will put this out today for April the 7th. Y'all have a great weekend. Come back and visit.